हरि ओम शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्वर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Now I am going to explain to you the law of correspondences, and many times in our previous lectures also Master explained about the law of correspondences, and even in the first level of our course I explained to you about the law of correspondences in a detailed way. Now I will complete this lesson in a simple way because you know a lot of things from this lecture. The science of correspondences, that is the order of God, exists as above so below. You have to use this knowledge for your meditation to create a sacramental value to your psychological setup. It should break the existing psychological shell, and just as the chicken which becomes ready in the egg has to own layers of the egg shell, we have 3 layers around ourselves which we are expected to break and come out. For this purpose astrology is used. How astrology used in the science of law of correspondences, that is Master explained here. As it is above, so it is below. As it is without, so it is within. As it is great, so it is small. That is a poem-like thing. As above and so below means what is there in the universe above, it is also there the below. Above the horizon or below the horizon, whatever you call, whatever is there above you, it is also there below you. We can analyze this sentence as we like. When we are going in a direction in the evolution or in the understanding or in the expansion of the consciousness, we can the meaning of the sentences will be changing. As it is great, so it is small. For example, what is there in the great, it is there in the smaller thing also. What is there without, it is there within. What is there in the macrocosm, it is also there in the microcosm. What is there in the universe, what are the intelligences are working in this creation, those intelligences are working in ourselves also. You understand? The sun is there, the light is there, eye is there. Because of the light, our eye is able to see. So our eye is able to see means it is because of the light in the space or the light from the sun. It is a correspondence, right? Like that, the air is there in the space, and a receiving center is there in our body, the lungs. They breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out. When somebody is very advanced in his yogic state, without even taking the air from outside, he will rotate the air within himself with a particular procedure, and he will survive for a long time, right? With a little amount of air, he will rotate inside and he will survive for a long time. What is there above, it is below, and without and within. This is the correspondences. The purpose of this branch, the law of correspondence, is to create a contact between the energies outside, the forces outside or consciousness outside, with the consciousness inside or the energies inside or the forces inside. That is the purpose of the law of correspondence. We can establish this law and we can establish the contact with the help of the science of astrology also. This is what Master wanted to explain here. Let us take the 12 signs of the Zodiac at first. Starting with Aries, Taurus, like this, if you take into account all the 12 signs, each sign has its correspondence in your body. This is what I explained to you in the beginning days of our course in the first level, how to meditate the 12 signs in the 12 parts of our body, and I explained very, very elaborately, and you please listen to it. It is in the beginning stage of our course. Here also I will explain in a simple way. Each sign has its correspondence in your body. Aries has correspondence with your head. Aries is head. Taurus with your face and the voice. Gemini with your vocal cords. Cancer to your lungs and chest. Leo to your heart and diaphragm. Virgo to your gaster, that is belly above the navel. Libra, the region of your navel. Scorpio to your genitals and rectum. Sagittarius to your thighs. Capricorn to your knees. Aquarius to your calves. And Pisces to your feet. These are the corresponding parts of the 12 signs in our body. What Master recommended in our beginning stage of the course, beginning lessons, visualize that sign of the sign of this sign and the picture of that sign, the symbol of the sign at that particular part, and just stay there for a few seconds, not for a few minutes. Like that, first put Aries to your bow center, something like that, and then come to the Taurus, neck, and then come to the Gemini like that. This is what I explained. What I explained later, when you have some lack of energy, some health issues at a particular part of your body, when you visualize the symbol of the sign at that particular part, stay there few more seconds more, or you can stay there for 1 minute at least, and take deep breath, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out a little bit longer. Like that, breathe out and focus your mind on that particular part and the symbol. Breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out a little bit longer. And what I suggested you, I introduced sun meditation also there with this meditation. What I told first thing is visualize that sign, the symbol of that sign at that particular part. Second thing is do some breathings, 10 or 12 or 20 or 30, whatever it may be, slowly and slow and deep breathing, and slow and deep breathe out like that. Don't strain yourself. Do it for 20 or 30 times. It depends. And then in the morning time, and try to breathe the sunlight directly from the sun. You breathe the sunlight directly from the sun to that particular part. As if a torchlight, if you put a torchlight, the way how the rays of the torchlight, the light of the torchlight projects, like that you visualize the sunlight is coming directly to that particular part of your body. Then you include breathing and this sunlight visualization, and you breathe the sunlight into the particular part. After, do it for 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever it may be, in a comfortable way. And this is the way you have to strengthen that particular body, particular part of your body. If you do it for 1 month continuously without fail, then you observe that particular part, you will feel a lot of comfort there. And if you go for any clinical test, if you do it for 1 or 2 months, 3 months like that, it depends upon how serious the problem is. It is one way of doing the healings to ourselves or to others. This is what I explained to you when I explained about this law of correspondences with the 12 signs and 12 parts of our body. Okay. These are used by the astrologers to know which part is strong and which part is weak by birth. For example, the part that is occupied by good planets is good, and the part that is occupied by bad planets is bad. This is only a rough way of using astrology. How we can use when you look into when we look at our horoscope, you find out where is the sun, and where is the Mars and where is the Saturn. We call them as malefic planets in an astrology. And why Sun is a malefic planet? In the predictive astrology, we take it as malefic and benefic, but in the spiritual astrology, always Sun is the benefic. benefic and malefic, how to categorize the benefic planets and the malefic planets. What is the real meaning of the malefic and the benefic and good and bad? I explained in a detailed way, and don't be confused with the good and bad and malefic and benefic. Mainly Saturn and Mars. Whenever you find Mars and Saturn in your horoscope in a particular sign, you understand that sign belongs to which part of your body. In general, when Saturn and Mars are there, unless they are very, very strong, otherwise that particular part you will have some health problems. When Mars is there in certain sign and with the malefic aspects with other planets, and also Mars is not so strong in that particular part, generally we have some fall or injury or sometimes surgeries, operations like that. And same thing when Saturn is there in a particular sign, and a particular sign means particular part of your body, lack of flow of energy or lack of some obstacles in the blood flowing, all those things will happen. At that particular part you feel some weakness, and that's, we don't take it 100%. It depends upon it depends upon a lot of things, lot of aspects of the other planets and which sign it is and which house it is. Lot of things are there, but in general I am telling you, when the malefic planets are there in a particular sign, that particular body will be affected. It will be affected. If there are benefic aspects of other benefic planets, and we need not expect those bad results. This is the predictive part of astrology, but lack of energy will be there, or some falls and injuries must be there. So don't take it what Master is telling here. Don't misunderstand the benefic and malefic, or good and bad. Don't think Mars and Saturn are bad planets. It's a technical term what he used. This is only a rough way of using astrology, but it is a great ignorance to believe that there are good and bad planets. If the criminal believes that police is a bad fellow, it indicates his criminal mentality. It never indicates that the police is a bad fellow. Similarly, if someone thinks that the Saturn or Mars are bad planets, it indicates his background stage in evolution. One has to take a different view if one wants to use them for occultism. This Master explained. I need not explain elaborately because I already explained to you, but I am giving you a hint again, repeating again. Why? Because it is very, very important for us when we are heading towards the spiritual astrology third level, and we are using the astrology for our spiritual growth or occult growth, or we are using this astrology to make a journey into the higher evolution. So meditate the 12 signs at the concerned parts of your body, and take deep breath to that particular body and breathe out. Do it 3 times. 12 into 3, 36 times, and at every part, and you have to breathe 3 times. Don't do it fast. And then visualize the sunlight coming to that particular part, all 12 parts, and this is that with include breathing. That means again 12 signs, 12 breathings, already 36 and 12, 48. And then if you have time and interest, and at every sign chant Om. For example, when we visualize the symbol of Aries at the brow center, enough. Don't do it so long, because in the beginning days we do it so long, but when we are going to the first week and second week and you don't feel like chanting Om, you skip it because it's long. It will take long time. That's why when you are practicing these type of things, and many times, and then we have to shorten the Om. Take a deep breath. Enough. Come the Taurus. Take a deep breath. Enough. Then take a deep breath and come to the Gemini. Again breathe in. Cancer, like that. It is so beautiful. When you combine these 3 or 4 steps and spend some time with the 12 signs, and it is so beautiful. And finally, we are concluding with what is that? Om, 12 times chanting Om. It is not a small thing. You just please try and practice, and you will observe by yourself how calm it is and how peaceful it is and how powerful it is. Okay? And in our next lesson, let us go to the Zodiac. Already I explained a lot of things in the Zodiac meditation here itself, but from the tomorrow onwards, I will go to the next level of Zodiac meditations, and thank you very much.